doing? Welcome to Creating Simple. My name is Yasmin, aka Sunfire. Those of you new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you returning, welcome back. If you like the content that I'm creating, hit that like button. If you want to join the family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Sagittarius, females, singles, still learning karmic lessons. God not chosen, but God has a purpose for you. I feel like these individuals or this individual may have some traumas from their past due to their father figure. Okay. You may have some daddy wounds you need to heal. I don't know if your daddy was abusive or could have passed. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. My condolences if your father just recently passed away. Oh, wow. So if you just had a death in the family, your father could have passed away. There's not a father, it could be a grandfather or uncle, a masculine energy. I feel more so like father. Oh wow. You witnessed this person struggle a lot through life. But there was something holding this person back. It's like this person liked to straddle the fence with being, I don't know if he was a church goer or whatever. One minute he was, oh, God this and God that. The next minute, it's like, okay, yeah, okay, this may be somebody to go to church. On Sundays, he's all about God, but through the week, he doing everything, you name it. Okay, type of energy. If take it how it resonate, all right? This trigger warning. Oh gosh, this one's gonna be difficult because I might sound insensitive, okay? But I'm being told, this is how I'm being told to say all this, because I feel like you need to face it, okay? I don't know if you didn't, I don't know if you was in denial of how this person was, or you feared, I don't know. You avoid facing something, okay, when it comes to this person. So if I sound insensitive, know that that's not my intent, okay? But I'm having to read it the way I'm hearing it. Oh, gosh. I don't take no joy in this, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. So before I go even further into this energy, don't shoot the messenger, okay? Unbind inner chains. Your soul's ready to be free. Let go of self-imposed limitations and step into your power. Okay? This is what you're being asked to do. You've been letting something... this could be you. You've been letting something pertaining to your dad keep you bound and stuck. I don't know what it is yet. But in your current energy, it's like choose with love. Love is the most powerful force. Choose love over fear, and your life will transform. This could be you as well. You could be following in your father's footsteps, even though they could have just recently passed away. And would face what you've avoided. Avoidance is a chain of disguise. In disguise. What you're not willing to face still controls you. Yes. You got some patterns from the past. What you want here, though, and this even could be how you present yourself to the world. Find inner peace. Peace isn't found outside; it's cultivated within. Create stillness in your mind and soul. This is how you present yourself to the world, but yeah, you're guarded as fuck. You could be presenting yourself as like you're all peace, you're kumbaya, you chill, you this, but inside there's a storm brewing in you. You hide something from your past. When it comes to your masculine figure, I'm feeling father figure. Okay, who is no longer here with us in the living. Tell me about these inner bindings, these chains. You could even have some type of position in life where you're teaching meditation or something like it, spiritual practices. Thank you. Yeah, you could be, you got some type of you may, I don't know, I'm feeling like what you do for work, it's like you may be teaching this to others, but you don't practice it yourself, is what I'm getting. Because you still got some things that you have not dealt with. Possessiveness. Either you are very possessive or your father could have been very possessive over you. Tell me more about choose with love and this dark energy. More so that darkness. Past disappointments. Your dad could have let you down a lot. Making promises and never keeping them. I don't know if your father was in your life. Tell me more about these inner chains. Shame. You could have shame about who your father is. Or your father could have shamed you, or something happened when you was a child that left you full of shame. Possessiveness, shame. I'm going to clarify this possessiveness. Past disappointments. Tell me more about my Sagittarius females. What's wounding that they need to work on? Lack of acceptance. Yep, your father could have walked out on your life. Your father could have been abusive. Or, I don't know. I don't know if your father was on drugs. That's the shame. People could have teased you because you didn't have a daddy in your life. Something of that nature. Past disappointments. Your father was a disappointment to you, but you're following in his footsteps, though. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, especially in relationships. Lack of acceptance. You have to work on your self-love. Past disappointments. Whatever your father did to disappoint you, I feel like that was a teachable moment. So where your daddy didn't show up for you in your life is where you need to show up for yourself now. That's what I'm feeling. This shame, though. Your daddy could have had some addictions. And you could have, that's the shame. You could have followed his footsteps with some of these addictions, whether it's alcoholism, sex addictions, drug addictions, or hell, this possessive, controlling energy. Tell me more about choose love. Something wanted to flip over, but it didn't come out. Fear of vulnerability. I feel like you've had opportunities before, but it required you to stepping out of the shadows and revealing who you were. So you chose to hold yourself back because you feared being vulnerable. And face what you need to avoid. I mean, what you are avoiding. Lack of forgiveness. You have to forgive your father. An obsession. You have some type of unhealthy obsession, possibly with a past lover. Okay. Shit. For some of y'all, you may go to church and you are like, you're just like the, you could act holier than thou and all this stuff. You know, you may even have a position. And something about your position, your status, and how people see you, it's a false image of who you truly are. So what I'm saying to you is, what you need to work on is being more authentically yourself. You're shameful. You this false self that you've created is to hide the shame. But if anybody ever knew this about you, you would run from it. You would avoid it. You would hide. You have an obsession with a past lover, or you have an obsession with someone now that you need to release this obsession with. Why are you obsessive with this person? Okay, I feel the need to ask questions. Tell me about this obsession. Not this dick. This dick. Okay. Tell me about this obsession. My boo. You obsessed with somebody that may not be your boo. Okay? Official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. Memories. Yeah, this is somebody you... Okay, so somebody you used to date or be with moved on and now they got a new boo. But you're obsessed with this energy. Memories, missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. You're stuck in the past. You're obsessed with somebody that you need to let go of. They've moved on. They have a new boo. And this may be... that possessiveness, that your father may have been possessive over your mother. Okay? Tell me about this possessiveness. Or your father never had time because he was too busy doing other things. And your mother could have had this possessive energy over your father. Because I feel like your father was not there. And I feel like this could be a mother and father wounding. So maybe your mother, oh shit, okay. It's very much possible that your mother was possessive over your father. Your papa could have been a Rolling Stone, okay? And your mother became possessive over him. Your father may have been a cheater. Okay? Which is why you've developed this obsessiveness nature with whoever you dated. They have a new boo, but you're obsessed with them, and you're being asked to work on your obsession with this person. What do you need to ask yourself? Let's see. Tell me more about this obsession. Questions my Sagittarius just need to ask themselves. Oh shit. You need to pull the plug on some shit. I know that. Or you've been asking yourself, how can you break them up? You're trying to break somebody up and you need to, you may do this. And if this not a father, if you're married, I just heard this another way. If you're married and you don't stay with this person because of what they can offer you, and this person is a cheater, they constantly cheat on you, you're not happy in this connection, you actually ashamed of this person, okay? Damn. They've disappointed you many times, and now you wear this fake ass mask and you don't want to be vulnerable. Or you don't want nobody to know that you may have took advantage of somebody's vulnerability. Take out resonate. Damn. This is a lot. Alright. Stick with what I said the first time. Father wounding. Now we going into mother wounding. Okay? Shit. You're ashamed of your parents. If you're showing up here in this single, it's because you're probably meant to be single, especially if you're married. You being with this person is a reflection of your traumas. Okay, whoever this is somebody that struck. I said somebody about church. They act like they this, and that. But they still tethered to the darkness. The darkness still has them by the foot. It's somebody that straddles the fence. Okay? You're possessive over this energy because of what they can provide for you. You've probably been with this person for a long time, but you're ashamed of them. And the only reason why you stay with them because you don't even accept yourself. Now, if this was your mother and your father, what you need to learn is that your mother stayed with your father because of her own woundings, okay? They could have trauma bonded. Your dad you know, did what he did. He could have abandoned the connection, which is why you feel disappointed in men all the way around, I feel. But there's something unhealthy here. Due to this mother and father wounding. Okay? I'm going to go slow with this energy because it's a lot. I'm seeing your energy. I'm seeing... I don't know if your father raped you when you was a kid. You could have used to like build tents and stuff, and your father came in and did some bad things to you. Oh gosh, and you could have married someone like him that reminds you of your father. I'm also picking up something about church. You could have got church hurt. Or something about shame in church. Alright. So when it comes to this shame spirit, what questions do they need to be asking themselves? It's locked. This deck locked up. Hold up. This shame, you don't want nobody to know about it. This is something that you've done something that you're ashamed of, and you don't want the world to know about it. You don't want nobody to know about this, okay? You will go to your grave with this, or whatever this shame is. Whatever this shame is, you was possessive with someone. Because I feel like with lack of accepts. I can't say this word to save my life. You don't accept shit. I can say that. Why can't I say acceptance? You feel like nobody will ever accept you because of the shame of dealing with your mom and your dad. And you may have done something very shameful. Okay? I feel like a repeated pattern you followed in your father's footsteps. Somebody harmed you when you was a kid. And you may have repeated that cycle. Okay? You never healed from that. So I'm with this possessiveness, I'm feeling unhealthy attachments. Alright, alright, Spirit. Let's see if this deck ready to work now. Oh, there's a lot of questions just flopped out. And some that you don't want to ask. Okay? There's a lot of questions here. So, what are you waiting for? You know, if you're married, why haven't you got that divorce yet? You're ashamed of your husband. They could have done something indecent or something that caused the family some shame. I mean, yeah, and time has gone by and this person hasn't changed. They stuck in this pattern. They're not going to stop. So what are you waiting for? Also, I feel like whatever your philosophies you have when it comes to life, you may need to reevaluate those. It says, what are your philosophy about life? You don't listen to your intuition when it comes to your relationships. So you're being asked to describe your relationships with your intuition and inner knowing, and the stuff you don't want to face, that you don't want to deal with. How can you navigate emotions that you stir up? Okay? You got some unhealthy emotions. Okay, that's that fear of vulnerability. It's like, I don't want to say this. Whoever this is, their new boo, you shouldn't have these feelings for. That's what I'm getting. How can you turn your biggest regrets and disappointments into powerful learning experience? Yeah, there it is, disappointment. You could have disappointed somebody yourself. Oh, shit. You're disappointing yourself in your actions because you've done something that wasn't right. You shame of your husband and their ways of being, but you have some fucked up ways too if you're married, okay? You have some fucked up ways too that you keep hid in the closet. At least and then you could be envious of your husband because he's finding inner peace because he's out in the open with his shit, okay? You ain't never forgiven him for whatever he did. And whoever this person is with a new boo, they remember something that they could never forgive you about. Damn. And that's who you have this obsession with. You did something to disappoint this person. I feel like whatever your father and mother did, it's like you reenacted what they did to you, to others in your adulthood throughout your life. And it's like you don't know how to come away from this way of being. That's what I was saying about what is your philosophies about life. Okay, you got some viewpoints that needs to be looked at and reevaluated because some things that you have taught yourself based off your toxic upbringing, and they ain't right. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, you've caused yourself some shame, and you done something to somebody. You disappointed somebody tremendously, which made them fear vulnerability. But you're obsessed with them, and they never forgive you. You could have tore up somebody that they was with, tore up a relationship that somebody they was with. Also, if you're married and you got a new boo, why are you still married? Okay? Why, and you're just that shameful of your husband, then why are you still dealing with this situation? Is it just for what they can provide for you? Okay? You've disappointed yourself more than anything by operating out of this energy. And until you are ready to face the truth of the matters, and your purpose could be, if you made mistakes, if you did some things that was unbecoming of yourself, if you harmed others, your purpose may be righting your wrongs. Okay, because I feel like you lived out a cycle of repeating what you grew up seeing. And it reproduced into your life as an adult. Wow. What story about yourself are you ready to let go of for good? Yeah. And I feel like that's the shame. Whatever you're ashamed of that you know you did some wrong things. Okay? You did something wrong. All the way around the board it looks like. And no offense, but all the way around you practically, if your mom and dad was very toxic, you repeated the cycles like to the T. Okay? It's like everything your mama did that was wrong, you did that. Everything your daddy did that was wrong, you turned around and did that. And then you manifested a husband who mimics your father. Okay? If that resonates for you. And it's like you've gotten comfortable with living in dysfunction. Okay? But you tore up somebody's relationship. And, excuse me, this person will never forgive you for that. This person also knows that you're obsessed with them. And this person may also have some type of obsession with the person that they now, okay, damn. So, whoever this is, new boom, this person can't forget about their obsessing over somebody from their past that you tore that relationship down. What are some ways you can cultivate more self-love and acceptance of yourself? What I say? Lack of self-acceptance. You need to work on your self-love. Everything you hate, you mask, okay? I feel like this is somebody that doesn't like anything about themselves, but they wear a huge mask. Everything about them is fake to the public, you know? But behind closed doors, when you peel all that shit off, you're left with you. And what part are you learning to love? What are some ways you can cultivate more self-love and acceptance for yourself? Okay? Because your mask to the world is falling off, I'm hearing. That's why you've been asked to work on this. Or you could be getting older in age, you know? And you need to make peace with yourself and all the things that you did, you know? And what better time, what did it say? What are you waiting for? You know? What are you waiting for to make these changes to make peace with God? Because I feel like whoever you is, you may go to church. You believe in God or whatever. Or you're spiritual, but you believe in the Most High God or however you put it. You're straddling the fence. So the Most High is like, what are you waiting for? When are you going to right your wrongs? When are you going to take accountability for the things that you've done? When are you going to heal the shame, the hurt, the disappointments, the unforgiving heart, the obsession, something I almost said unholy. You done something unholy? Damn. How much do you trust yourself? You know? I feel like that's why you hide your true self, your true identity with all the masks that you wear, because you don't trust yourself at all. Or maybe when it comes to money, you don't trust yourself. That's why you hold on to this person, because they may have good money support. So you hold on to this husband because they got good money, but they ain't worth for shit. That's what I heard. Wow. What do you know you'll regret if you don't make it happen in your life? I'm hearing this like, you know, especially if you're getting older up in age, you know. We don't know when God gonna call us home. So I feel like, what do you know you'll regret if you don't make it happen in your life? You need to repent for some things that you did. So what are those things? Start working on that. Okay? Shit. This reading is, oh, like I said, don't shoot the messenger. Alright, Spirit, what else? I dream of Genie. I don't know why that's relevant. Or was that Bewitched? Yeah. I don't know why. Whoa. Singles and relationships. 2 cards flipped over. Oh shit. Playing games, walking away, demanding. Child, you could have been a single parent, or your parent was. Your energy is very blocked up. I mean, these decks don't even want to shuffle. They're clumped up. There's a lot of shit you got buried and clumped up, locked up inside you that you refuse to let go of. But at some point, you're going to have to face it anyway. Either you can face it now while you're still living, or you can wait till you cross over and then you still got to face it. All this shit out here on this table, you're going to have to face it one way or another. There's one big major thing that's causing this blockage. The very thing that shames the hell out of you. Yeah. There's one thing that shames the hell out of you the most out of everything. Uh-oh. And it's going to cause a tower in your life. It could also be stressing you out, where it's physically manifesting in your life in some way, shape, or form. Fear of cheating. Not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust your partner. Maybe your mother and father. Your mother and father were cheaters, or one of the two. So you got with men that cheat because you believe everybody's are cheaters. I mean, that's the philosophy. You grew up with a philosophy believing everybody cheats. But the truth is, not everyone cheats. Your heart's been closed off for a long time, Sagittarius. Female, single, still learning karmic lessons, not chosen, but God has a purpose for you. Okay, so I feel like the purpose for you, Mrs. Sagittarius, is to work on all this shit before you can even find out what you're meant to do. You know, you got a lot of shit you need to learn and take accountability for and repent for. And if you're going to stay in this marriage, you need to open your heart up to him. And stop being ashamed of your husband. Stop using him for his money. Because he's at peace. And you may envy him for that. Okay? I don't know. But It's like so you could have, whoever this person is you're obsessed with, you have an unnatural obsession with, um, the person they can't get, they're obsessing with now that you help break up this connection with, um, they got with somebody that's not even their type. All so they can fit into your circle, your idea of way life should be. Whoa, shit. Damn. If they don't fit your idea of what a Christian or what a good woman or you know looks like or how they dress. This is somebody's basing somebody choosing, getting somebody to choose someone based off how they look, how they dress, what kind of money they. This is about money, material possessions that they possess. If they don't have that, they can't be in the inner circle. Not my type. I can't fuck with them because they don't have nothing. I can't fuck with them because they wear weird ass clothes type of energy, you know? That's a very judgmental outlook. What else, Spirit? But you hide this. You try to act like that you accept everybody, but you don't. It's not true. But your inner circle knows this about you, though. But new people don't know this. I feel like, you know how you have friend circles, right? When you was a kid, and you got that one popular kid that calls all the shots. And wow, this is why you do that. Oh, that one popular kid calls all the shots, and if they don't like it, everybody shifts and changes for them for their likings in order to fit in. You never could fit in because nobody would accept you, so you learned not to accept yourself. That's where your lack of self-love comes from, because you didn't feel accepted by your parents. You didn't feel accepted by your peer groups. So it's like you mastered dysfunction. Damn. But you make it look like it's functional. I'm hearing keeping up the Joneses type shit. Expectations, right. When you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch it. Yeah, this is your attitude. You think you're high and mighty. Expectations. So the love that's trying to find you is self-love, okay? That's what I'm getting. Because whoever you are, you may be married and needing to divorce, but refuse to leave because of the finances. Because they help you keep this keeping up with Joneses look up, okay? When you accept too much, no one measures up. When you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list. Want what's real. Yeah, this is some fake ass shit. It's clarifying what I said. That to the world, you're like this. It's like nothing about you is real. Okay? Not the way you treat people in public. Not oh shit. I said trigger warning, so I'm telling you what I'm hearing. Nothing that you do is real, okay? Because you lack a lot of self-love. You don't accept yourself at all. And I feel like you reinvented yourself. Everything about you is a mask. Even the way you talk, the way you communicate with people, the way you are with people is a mask. And this game you play when it comes to lovers or people in your circle and their lovers, you play this that school game where you're the Miss Popular, and what you say goes, and if they don't fit in your A list, have you ever watched that A list? If they don't fit in your A list, they don't need to be around. So you have people shifting and changing and trying to fit and conform in your grandiose ideas of way life supposed to be. And that's what needs to be looked at here. That what needs to be changed. Your self-love, your self-worth, the way you look at people and others, your judgmental ways. Oh, shit. And the list goes on, I'm hearing. And you can't keep blaming your parents for who you are today. You can't keep blaming your parents for their mistakes. Because you always had a choice to do the opposite of what you chose to be. And you still have that choice now. Okay? Fixing them. Yeah, you think you could fix everybody that people date. If they can't, it's like, I don't know who this person is. But with my boo, you're obsessed with them. Okay? Shit. Whoever this is, you're obsessed with this person, and I feel like you should not have this type of obsession with them. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change. Accept them or let them go. This is how you tore up that relationship. You told this person you told this person that they couldn't fix you, that person, which that person didn't need fixed, because they are awesome. This person has found inner peace that they walked away from. Okay? They're living out loud their true, authentic self. Oh my gosh. You judged somebody because they didn't fit in. So whoever was with this person that you're obsessed with, you told them you can't fix them. They're not going to change. But see, what you didn't realize was God dressed that person up just the way they did, just to see how you was going to treat them. That part. Shit. I just heard Earth Angel. Y'all had an Earth Angel in your midst, and you mistreat them because God dressed them up. Damn. That's exactly what I'm hearing. This person, tell me about memories. And fix them. You didn't know you had a benevolent being in your presence. Damn. Benevolence. Wow. I said I was hearing Earth Angel. So whoever this person is that's got a new boo that dropped there, somebody that they obsessing with, that they missing and regret leaving them, and they can't they keep revisiting the past with this person. This was somebody that was of benevolence energy. And because they didn't look like what you thought somebody of benevolence energy supposed to look like, you was like, hey, drop them. Go to this person because this person got more. You're teaching somebody to follow in your footsteps when your footsteps are toxic. And whoever this person is that you're obsessed with, they lack self-discipline. When the person who y'all thought y'all couldn't fix had plenty of self-discipline. They was a late bloomer on purpose because the Most High was testing you to see how you was going to handle this individual. Damn. Somebody fumbled a blessing. A couple of somebody's fumbled a blessing. Benevolence, wealth, glory, and fortune will come. Hello, the Most High dressed them up. You will be noble and admired if you show benevolence and virtue. You will enjoy happiness and peace. You thought this man, whoever you're obsessed with and controlling their relationships, you saw whoever their past person was. I feel like you knew what they were. And you was envious of it with this obsession. So that's why that you want them all. Oh, so I get it now. So this benevolent person had self-discipline. Okay? And they could have been fixing whoever this is that got with a new boo who is not benevolent, does not hold this benevolence energy and lacks self-discipline. They got with a new boo that lacked self-discipline. They're the opposite of the one you told them to get rid of when they was healing this person that you're obsessed with. And that's why you did that. Because you didn't want whoever this is that was healing from this benevolence being to heal. And you feared most of all, through their healing, they was going to out your shame. Wow. Wow. So y'all had a whole fucking earth angel throw them away so that you can hide your shame. But yet you praying to God. You getting up going to church on Sundays. Wow. That's crazy. Now that's crazy, Sag. So I guess let's ask some more questions. Now that you know that this person is a benevolent being, how does that make Sag feel? What does Sag need to be asking himself now? Shit. This is a karmic lesson for you, Sag. I hope you're learning. What are some ways that you'd like to elevate your intimate relationships? Oh, shit. So, Sag. You're having some intimate relationships with Mr. My Boo. That's what we're calling him, okay? And I don't think you should. I don't think you should be. Tell me about My Boo. Mr. My Boo. Sag, yep. You've been cheating on your husband with this person. Infidelity. Lipstick evidence. Caught cheating. Betrayal. Oh, shit. You've been cheating. Oh. And your husband might catch you, boo-boo. or has. Whoa. Also heard that my boo lacks self-discipline when it comes to this part. This is a I did see that single parent. I hope like hell this ain't your child. It is. Oh Lord have mercy. This is some incest. I'm touching my nose. I'm on point. Oh fuck. Now that just took a turn. Okay. Confirmation. Okay, so you've been cheating on your husband. That's the shame that you would take to your grave with your own son. You've been tearing up relationships. In one of those relationships, he was in a connection with a benevolent being, Earth Angel, who was disguised. And you judged him severely. You told this son of yours to choose somebody else because you were scared because this Earth Angel was healing your son. So the more they was healing your son, you was afraid your son was going to out y'all's fucking affair. Oh my gosh. What in the fuck am I reading here? Whoa, that is, oh. Tell me about lipstick stains. Oh. How can you create more attraction in your life and work? Write a list of at least 25 things you're grateful for from your child. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. You gonna think your husband gone to work and he gonna come in and catch you with this son. That's what that question's saying. How can you create more traction in your life and work? You gonna think their husband gone to work and their husband gonna come in and walk in on you and son. Write a list of 20 things you're grateful for from your childhood. Oh gosh. This husband maybe I think he already suspected it. I bet over 25 times he thought it, but he didn't, and it could have been rumors about whatever happened and it got disputed. And he gonna be glad because he finally getting the truth. Because I feel like he been thinking that this is what's going on. Whoever this husband is of yours. Wow. So you're chosen to speak your truth. That is your purpose. You're not chosen as like far as one of the, chosen ones. But you are being singled out to learn these karmic lessons of your mother-father woundings and to heal whoever harmed you when you was a kid, because you repeated these cycles in your life, whether it was your father or your mother that did this to you. Okay, this is a cycle that's repeating itself, and you've repeated it to your own. So your purpose is to clean this shit up. Clean this shit up. Repent your sins. Speak your truth. And whatever you know about this benevolent being, okay? What, fixing them? Somebody call themselves gonna fix them. You need to speak your truth on that. I feel like something happened. You could have even been playing magic, trying to bind this benevolent one. Oh, Lord, this is ugly. So, Sag, you got a lot of work to do on yourself, a lot of truths to speak, and a lot of healing to do, and a lot of things you need to stop doing, okay? And what love is coming in for you is you learning to love thyself. Peace.